Hey everybody in the hardcore mix community, good to see you. My name is Tim Falco. I've been a member for the last 2 years, and Jordan's program and approach has completely revolutionized my mixes and has taken them several steps up almost overnight. When I first worked through his courses 2 years ago, the first song that I went and mixed, I was like, oh my God, I did it. That's what I'm going for. That's the sound I always have in my head. And prior to that, everything was just so muddy, so flat. Reverbs and effects just didn't sit in a complementary way. They'd always just stand out, either like I went too heavy with them or not enough, or they would get really, really muddy and just totally blur any of the definition, the vocals. I'd never had those crunchy killer guitars that just sit out there and just rip and roast through the speakers the whole time. So I can't thank you enough, Jordan, for that. I know the single most important thing that was a factor for me, because I had learned for years prior to be super gentle with compression and only a couple dB here and there, and any EQs you only touch a little bit. But then I see Jordan slamming the compressor when he's tracking vocals, slamming it again in the mix for a second time, slamming the bass guitar. Some of the drums are just crushed, in tasteful ways, of course, but to get that modern in-your-face sound, that's what you have to do. And for some reason, there is this myth out there that gets to so many aspiring engineers and mixers to just be so subtle and don't crank the crap out of, X, Y, and Z compressors, because you'll get too much of this and that. So I've thrown all that out the window thanks to Jordan, and my mixes are better for it. The automation, the little bit of automation, I got my PreSonus single fader that Jordan recommended, and just those little micro automation moves that he's talked about really make the song not only stand out really strong and loud overall when we get to our final masters, but there's always some movement. So even the loudest, most in-your-face rock songs can still step back and then forward in the mix, and elements can kind of dance and complement each other in a musical way. So it's not just a big flat brick wall recording. So my mixes and my final masters actually end up being a little bit quieter overall, but the dynamic range and the impact that they have and that apparent loudness is way, way better off now. So thank you so much, Jordan. Moving forward, I have the utmost confidence to provide a professional quality service to any of my clients, my own projects that I record and work on. I'm extremely excited for the future here to just continue to get better and better and better. And I know that along with that will come increased clientele and increased rates. So all good things. Thank you so much, Jordan. And I hope you guys appreciate the mix. Cheers.